Evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris is back for some more Hearthstone arena action. Since last we spoke, I played a terrible run as Druid, and I don't really want to play as the Druid very much in arena anymore. Also had a Hunter run go to 9 wins. That was exciting, but I still don't really feel like I understand the Hunter very well. It's kind of different from any of the other classes. As the Hunter, every game that I won, I felt like I won it right on the brink of losing. It's like you're just desperately finishing the other person off before they kill off your stuff and overrun you. So it was a little bit weird. I don't know how much I like playing as Hunter, although it was definitely novel. And I also had a run with Warlock, got to 6 wins. I feel like I'm close to cracking the Warlock code, but not quite. Anyway, don't really want to play Druids. Don't want to play Warriors because they're broken as all hell, and I'm sure they're going to get nerfed. So as I mentioned before, I don't want to get used to them the way they are now because they're probably not going to stay that way. I guess that means, do another run as Shaman. Alright, well, Secret Keeper is total trash. Mana Wraith can be good sometimes for, like, slowing your opponent down. But let's take this opportunity to grab a Sunwalker. It's just a big old brick in the way of your opponent's dreams, and it can be nice to have. Speaking of bricks, the Mogushan Warden's pretty cool. I find it's really, really helpful to have one of those in your deck so that you can slow things down for your opponent. Now, yes, the Acolyte of Pain is card draw, but let's actually make sure we grab a Mogushan Warden. I'd rather miss an Acolyte than a Mogushan. Fire Elemental. So good 6-drops are hard to come by, so don't pass on them when you have the chance to. Alright, here we go. We got our Chillwind Yeti. This card is just so fantastic. I mean, it's 4 mana. It beats down most stuff at around the time when you play it. It survives against most stuff at around the time you play it. The Unbound Elemental is almost as big, almost as good, but I'm not going to pass on a Chillwind Yeti right here. It's just so important. The Dark Scale Healer is interesting. It's nice to have a little bit of incidental healing in your deck. The question is it worth it to put a 5-cost card creature in your deck with so much so low stats at the expense of an Ancient Brewmaster? I think I'm going to take a Brewmaster here. It's bigger, it's got the same total stats, hits harder, costs 1 mana less, and with a Shaman you can usually flip a totem back into your hand in the worst case, and in the best case you can get some really nice value out of this guy. Alright, well, I think here we're going to pick up the Owl. I have already some Taunt with the Warden and the Sunwalker, so I don't need to take this, and the Owl is nice to have a little bit of silence somewhere. Alright, well, here we go. We got some more silence as an opportunity, but Lightning Bolt. Seriously, you have to take a Lightning Bolt. Windspeaker is a cute card. I'm going to take Harvest Golem here just to respect Fiery War Axes from Warriors, and just in general the fact that, you know, a creature that spawns another creature when it dies is really, really good. Alright, oh no! I'm passing on another Lightning Bolt. Why couldn't this have been a different pack? How sad. Well, Stormforged Axe is just really good. Really, really good. Okay, here we have a rare. I'm going to take Lightning Storm. It's nice to have some mass removal. This can save your day sometimes. And these are fine cards, especially the Pine-Size Summoner, but I think that the global removal is better than the mana savings from the Pine-Size. Alright, here we're getting another Lightning Bolt. Frost Elemental, very good creature, but Lightning Bolt is very good removal. Uh-oh, crap. See, this is why I wish things were a little bit more split up. Like, if one of these cards were a Lightning Bolt, that'd be great. Instead, I'm having to take some trash cards. We're actually going to go ahead and grab the early Taunter here. I have enough removal already. I don't feel the need to take more quasi-removal. This guy at least doesn't die to hero ability, so I might actually be able to play him without anything else. Another Lightning Bolt or Silence? How many Lightning Bolts is too many Lightning Bolts? Oh man, this is a tough call. I already have some Silence with the Iron Beak. God, Lightning Bolt is just so good. I'm just going to take it. I'm not even going to worry about it. Alright, we have 2 pieces of trash and a Rockbiter weapon. So we are murderating anything that has 3 hit points. Okay, here's a tough call. So Forward Lightning is good, but I already have a lot of stuff that kills small creatures. So having more removal for small creatures might start to be a bit overkill. But the Windspeaker isn't that great, so I'm just going to take it. If there had been a better creature there, though, I would have grabbed it instead. Alright, the Rave Leader is good, so is the Ooze. I don't think I need any more Forked Lightnings. I have enough, you know, cheapo removal. A 1/6 of my deck here is already devoted to killing weak stuff, plus more if you count the Fire Elemental and the Stormforged Axe. So yeah, we don't need any more Forked Lightnings. Rave Leader is good with all the totems. Swamp Ooze is nice to have one of in case you're up against weapons. You know, I'm going to actually take the Raid Leader. You know, if I come up against weapons, alright, I might just lose. But I think it's important to have this when you're putting totems on the board. Having this so you can turn your totems into fodder that whittles down your opponent's creatures is really good. Alright, well, Boulder Fist Ogre is one of the best 6-drops out there. Fire Elemental, even better. Okay, well, Bloodlust is good to have. Let's pick that up. We currently have a nice hole at 5 mana. Ooh, Frostwolf Warlord, really good with Shamans. Even better than Chillwind Yeti. I wish Chillwind Yeti had been in, like, the pack where I took something stupid, like the Frostwolf Grunt. But anyway, we're going to take Frostwolf Warlord here. It can get really huge. Feral Spirit, very solid card. For 3 mana, you're putting 4 power and 6 toughness on the board. Yeah, sure, there's Overload, but, I mean, it's really good. But Stampeding Kodo, man, respect that card. It kills so much good stuff. Here, the answer is definitely the Raging Worgen. Oh, man, I'm getting more removal. Alright, I'll take the Lightning Bolt. Its Overload is smaller. It's a little bit more easy to use. I can't stomach this creature. I just can't. Another Bloodlust? No, we'll take a Shattered Sun Cleric. I don't want 2 Bloodlusts in my deck. Alright, I will definitely take another Frostwolf Warlord. The Dread Corsair does work with the Stormforged axe quite nicely, but Frostwolf Warlord, man, that is some late game stuff for only 5 mana. Could use another 4-drop. This one's very, very solid. Happy to pick that up. So I could take an Earthshock for another Silence. I do only just have the Ironbeak Owl for Silence. But I think Acolyte of Pain is going to have to do it here. Well, hang on. Windspeaker with these Fire Elementals could actually be really strong for some surprise kills. But I don't have any card advantage at all here. I don't have any card drawing effects. Yeah, I'll take the Acolyte of Pain just to have one card like that in the deck. Well, with all these Lightning Bolts, 4 of them, I think the Unbound Elemental is a sound choice. Well, you know, at least I'm not going to complain. I'm glad that the card that I got like 6 of is Lightning Bolt and not, you know, Totemic Might or anything. But I have to really think about whether it's actually good to take that many Lightning Bolts. I mean, my opponent's just probably not even going to play that many creatures that die to it. Is it worth to take another Bloodlust? Or Bloodsail Raider. I mean, most of the time it's just going to be a 2-3 for 2, but I'm lacking for early game plays. All I have really is the Stormforged axe and the Grunt, and that's it. All my 1 mana stuff is removal. I think mana curve issues suggest that the Bloodsail Raider is the way to go. Alright, well, my deck's actually pretty cheap, so I will actually go ahead and pick up the Venture Coat. Yeah, Spell Power would be nice, but not as nice as a 7-6 for 5 mana. And this is actually pretty perfect. Oh, we're getting a really good card here. Argent Commander is just spectacular. So, kind of a weird mana curve. It's kind of flat all across, except for at the 3 level, but I think this is a really strong deck. Obviously, getting that many Lightning Bolts is ridiculous. 2 Fire Elementals is nice. Only problem with this deck, no hexes. If I could trade a Lightning Bolt for a hex, I would do so in a heartbeat. Because basically, I am lacking for answers to big stuff. So, if I don't get my big stuff down to trade with my opponent's big stuff, I'm going to be in trouble. Short? What kind of name is Short? What? I've been playing a lot of people lately with, like, weird words for names. Like, Pride and Cost and... I don't think I played any Cost. Pride and, like, Price and Short. Alright, we got Lightning Bolts here. Coming out the anus. I hope I don't draw any more of them, to be totally honest with you. Is he going to have a turn 1 Blood Imp? No, Flame Imp! Okay. Well, this is interesting. If I Lightning Bolt now, because of the Overload, I can't play this on the next turn. Or the Harvest Golem. I think, actually... I'm going to do it. I'm going to kill this thing. It saves me more life than waiting does. Next turn I can play a Totem. Yeah, it's not ideal. But at least I killed off this creature. Succubus. Well... I think that's... also going to eat a Lightning Bolt. I really should just use the Lightning Bolts while I got him, you know? Now, I can actually also Rockbiter Weapon. That would take some damage off me, which is a bit scary, but then next turn I can play Chillwind Yeti. If I Lightning Bolt, then next turn I can play the Raging Worgen or the Harvest Golem. I mean, what am I saving this weapon for anyway? Yeah, we'll use Rockbiter Weapon. My opponent must be very annoyed right now. Nothing is more frustrating than, like, putting creatures down and being like, alright, just play creatures! I don't care what you play, just play creatures, don't kill my creatures, please! And then you kill his creatures anyway. So now I have a little bit of flexibility. I can, like, play one of my 3-drops and Lightning Bolt, or just play the Chillwind Yeti, just kind of depends on what he does. Sense Demons, well, he's just drawn some cards. That could be scary. There's lots of good demons in the game. He still has not used his coin, So he could play, for example, the, like, Charger guy. Let's actually, out of respect for that, play the Silver Moon Guardian. I don't want the Yeti to die to the charging 5/7 for 5 mana dude that he might have. And next turn, I can, you know, totem up and hold Golem, or totem up and Worgen. Ah, interesting. So he's basically throwing this guy to pop my Divine Shield. Oh, it's going to survive. Ah, here's where I wish I had one of my Forked Lightnings. Or any way to buff my creature. Alright, he's really buffing the crap out of that thing. Well now it's officially worthwhile to use Lightning Bolt on this. I could even pop the Divine Shield and bring my guy back. I'm gonna do that. I'm totally gonna do that. That's greedy as hell, but I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna Lightning Bolt this. You know, that's dumb. No, what am I talking about? I'm gonna play the Chillwind Yeti. This is massive board advantage here. And maybe later I'll pop this guy back with my Panda, but that's just silly right now. I don't need to do that. So next turn I'm gonna have 5 mana out of my 6, which is fine. It would have been nice to have 6 to play both of these, but I can play one in the totem. Well, he's got the taunt. He's got the taunt, and the 3 power here is significant. It kills my dude. Oh, Fire Elemental would have... Oh, no! That would have been so good to play Fire Elemental. Ah, shit. That would have been really good. I could have dealt 3 damage, finished it off with my Yeti. GG. Well, let me think. Could make a totem. Worgen just dies. Harvest Golem is okay. I could just kill this thing. I'm just going to kill it right now. Yeah, I'm just going to kill that thing. Yeah, it's not the greatest, but whatever. It's okay. I can make a totem, see what I have. 1/1. Okay. And we'll play Raging Worgen. He currently doesn't have an answer for it, so we'll just do it. Now, my opponent might have a Hellfire here. That would be most of his turn, and then he'd have 4 cards to my 4 after I draw, and it would also kill his Blood Imp, so I'm okay with that. Perhaps if I were more afraid of Hellfire, I should have played the Harvest Golem. But next turn, depending on what he plays, I could play Fire Elemental, deal 3 damage, finish off with my Yeti. The Yeti already helped kill a Fen Creeper, so it's done its job. And I think we should be in good shape. The gates are closed. Abomination. Ah, very nice, sir. Very nice. Well, let's see what his coin is. Because right now I can just kill it with my totem and my Yeti. Oh, interesting. This is just going to die when the Abomination pops. I guess he's going to draw a card from it. Alright, all things considered, that really wasn't that bad, because what happens now is my Yeti and my Searing Totem are dead anyway, so it's actually very lucky that I pulled this totem, because I can now do this, that, all the stuff dies. Now my guy has Wind Fury activated, so I smash him for 8 damage. No need to play the Unbound Elemental just yet. No need to play the Fire Elemental just yet. Let's play the Unbound Elemental. And I still don't need any totems, really, so we'll just make a Harvest Golem here. Last turn. Alright, anyway, all things considered, this is looking pretty good. So a Hellfire here, my Unbound Elemental would live, and the Golem would pop back. This guy would die, but he's already, you know, put in some good work. I'm okay with him dying. The best card for the Warlock is Mortal Coil. You know, Mortal Coil is not a good card. It's a card that says deal 1 damage to a minion. If the minion dies, draw a card. But I frequently find I really hope that my opponent doesn't have the Mortal Coil. It's like the #1, please, please, God, please don't have it card that I've seen. Alright, does he have anything for 1 mana? Dread Infernal, by the way, very good card. Make sure you draft those when you play as Warlocks. Wow, this seems like a pretty good play. So I can do this, make a totem, got double the taunts, double the fun, and I can just keep swinging back with my creatures, so he's in serious trouble here. I can put this guy, bring a totem back to my hand if need be. I can play Fire Elemental, deal 3 damage to the face. I'm really close to finishing him off here. He's going to need like a Siphon Soul maybe for this guy. That would be the best card. 6 of his 8 mana, but kills 4 damage, block, stops the taunt. Demon Fire, interesting. So he doesn't have Siphon Soul. He's popping the Divine Shield with the Demon Fire, then he can kill it with the Dread Infernal. Fair enough. Question is, what's he doing with 6 mana? It's a lot of mana. He could do lots of things. Only 3 cards left. Wind Fury Harpy. This is not a good card when you're behind. It's only good if you're ahead and you're trying to beat face. I found in my Hunter deck, I actually was really happy to have this Wind Fury because I didn't care about the fact that its stats were terrible. I just cared about the fact that it dealt 8 damage if you were ignoring everything your opponent was doing. Let's see if I can win. This is 4 damage, 6, 8, down to 5. Next turn, I could play this, and if I can hit with one more thing, I'm okay. A more conservative play would be to finish off the Dread Infernal with my Harvest Golem. So it's 2 damage less. Yeah, well, let's see what totem I'm getting first. Healing totem. Alright, well, let's kill this off. No good way to kill the Wind Fury Harpy. I mean, I could Fire Elemental plus this, but that seems silly. Let's just go ahead and go for the kill here. We'll play Argent Commander. Ignore that Harpy. Swing. Swing. Pass turn. So, on his turn, he can kill my Taunt Totem with the Harpy, and then kill my Unbound Elemental with the Harpy's other attack, but then I've got 4, 6, 9 damage coming his way. He'd better do something else. This is pretty good. He will survive by 1 hit point. I will Fire Elemental this, swing for 6 with my other guys, and he's down to 1 health. Unless, of course, I draw a Lightning Bolt. I still have a few in here, and then I could finish him off. Alright, he's really buffing that guy up. Now I have to use my Argent Commander to get past it. The Fire Elemental no longer does the job. And the Wind Fury Harpy, of course, is going to finish that off. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, let's see what I draw and think about my plays. Shattered Sun Cleric. Let's see, this is 2 damage. Well, no, 3 damage if I use the Shattered Sun Cleric. Plus 3 is 6. Crap. I can deal. Oh, hang on. Can I do a combo? A wombo combo? I could do this. Panda, put this guy back down. That's still only 6 damage. That seems like a good play, though. Let's do this. Swing by. Play the Panda. Bring that guy back. Replay him. And let's just play it safe and kill the Harpy. Seems like the best way to do things, because basically, I mean, he could like swing the Shattered Sun Cleric into my Panda, and then play Hellfire and Wrath my board. That would be a bit of a problem. But still, the Fire Elemental gets him down to 2 damage, and then I'm threatening to kill him again. My War Golem is not going to do the job for you, bud. He should have really life tapped to see if he could find an answer. I don't know if he was hoping I would not notice that War Golem or what. Anyway, that was a good game from Chort, the Warlock. Our second post-patch Shaman run is starting off. Ooh, Fire Elemental. Hey, I got all my classes to level 10. Look at that 100 gold. I'm beastly pimp right here. Beastly pimp. Okay, let's play one more game. I'm finding that 2 is a pretty good number of games to play in the first video. So we'll always do a draft, the first 2 games, and then if you're enjoying how the draft is going, the rest of the games will, of course, be in a future upcoming video. Let's see what we can do here in our second game. Take a sip of Good Luck water. I feel bad for complaining that I don't have any hexes when I have a bajillion lightning bolts, but hex would be nice. There's lightning bolt. Alright, raid leader. Interesting hand here. Well, I think the raid leader I'd actually like to have him a little bit later, so I can drop him down once I already have stuff on the board, and we'll be okay with the rest of this. I got some removal for his early stuff, potentially. Okay, more removal for his early stuff. And I can just totem up Raging Worgens, see where life takes me. Smithbrook, 2 warlocks in a row. Oh my god, this is... other than me being the second player instead of the first player, this is exactly the same as the last game. Let's go ahead and kill that. So because of this, next turn I cannot totem. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, you know, in my last arena, I faced like a bajillion druids. Like seriously, like 4 druids in a row. And this arena, we're starting off with 2 warlocks. I used a Rockbiter weapon instead of Lightning Bolt because I would actually like to play this Raging Worgen and not be overloaded on my next turn. Novice Engineer is fine. I can play the Worgen and threaten to activate Wind Fury against it. That's also a good card to have upcoming here. I could even coin it out next turn for a 5/5. That doesn't seem quite right. Let's just, you know, make a Silver Moon Guardian and try to go for a 6/6 the following turn. So Warlocks could Shadow Bolt this. Drain Life. Drain Life also works. Wasting the life gain there. That's fine. Silver Moon Guardian. Very solid card. Really, I'm glad I don't remember what I picked this over. I remember this was like a tough pick that I agonized over, but I'm glad I took this. I mean, this is just so good. It's so annoying to deal with. Doomguard. All right. Wow, he's losing. Wow, Chillwind Yeti and a Stormwind Champion. Holy crap-a-doodle-doo. All right. I think we got to kill this thing, obviously. So I think the best way to do that is, I could use Shattered Sun Cleric. Make this a 4/4, swing, pop Divine Shield, Lightning Bolt. That is one way of doing things. Another way is swing in Lightning Bolt. Actually, the Lightning Bolt won't kill him. Ah, right. We got to do the Shadows on Cleric then. My opponent must be very angry. I do feel sort of bad for him because I've had so much removal. I've had 2 Lightning Bolts and a Rockbiter weapon against his stuff, which is obviously nice. Tazdingo, pretty good response though. It survives against my Silver Moon Guardian, and it extra survives now that that Blood Imp is there. Frostwolf Warlord, well, I don't really mind dropping these guys down at this point. You know, I'm just gonna do this. He's gonna kill my Shattered Sun Cleric anyway. I might as well just kill this. Especially now that Frostwolf Warlord's ability is a battle cry rather than a permanent effect. This is just a 6/6 I have. Really, the only good answer my opponent could have is a Siphon Soul to finish it off. Warlocks aren't good otherwise. Spellbreaker's pretty good. Not that good, though. I mean, it trades off against the Frostwolf Warlord there. Alright, should I play the Ventricle Mercenary, or should I try to build up another big Warlord? What we'll do is this. We're going to make a totem. Healing. Alright, we'll make a Frostwolf Warlord. Another 6/6 for 5 mana. We're going to do the trade. And basically try to win this game through board control. I mean, he's got 3 cards to my 6. Granted, one of mine is a totem and a coin, but my stuff is just so huge. He'd be really hard-pressed to hold up against what I'm playing. Frost Elemental, that's a pretty good answer. Now, Frost Elemental is best when you can kill the thing on the next turn that you froze. With the Frost Elemental himself, which my opponent can't do. Also, he drew a card after playing things. It's like the #1 most common mistake I see is people doing that. I can actually silence this to unfreeze it, but that would also get rid of the ability, so then he'd become a 4/4, which I don't want. So I think it's time to, let's see. Do I want to make this guy? Oh, I could... Oh, hang on! This is perfect. Brewmaster. Take my healing totem back. Then coin. I still have this coin here. I mean, gotta use the coin while it's good, right? I can play this thing. This is just huge. This is gigantic. My opponent needs very good cards to come back from this. He's actually beating me in the life race. I'm at 22 health. But, I mean, he can get me down to 17. He's not really going to be able to race me out here. Try Infernal. Alright, good card. South Sea Deckhand. That must have been a bad pack. The 1 damage on from the Dread Infernal allowed his Frost Elemental to actually kill my guy after all. But what I think we're going to do here is... I don't want to race him. Doesn't seem quite smart. Let's actually just play this. Make my creatures cost normal amounts of mana again. I think the Kodo is fine to use here. Kill off his Dudosaurus Rex. We'll hold back the Owl. Let's make a totem. You know what? I should have played the Healing Totem first. By playing it first, I would have prevented another one from spawning. So now I have 2 Healing Totems, which used to be great when it healed you, but now that it no longer heals you, that's actually kind of sucky. Shadow Bolt. Alright, well, my opponent actually, you know, really doesn't have much cause for complaint. He's got his share of removal. That is a fact. Alright, I think this is going to be the time to use the Ironbeak Owl here. Bloodlust, that's interesting. Can I kill him? Ironbeak Owl, Bloodlust, but I got 3 plus 9 is 14 damage. Not quite. Let's wait a little bit on that Bloodlust, but this is pretty good. We'll silence that. Kill that. This is going to get healed back up. We can make a totem and a Sunwalker. Taunt was actually really good. Stops his Felguard from killing any of my totems or my owl. Alright, this guy gets healed back up. I got the massive healing going on. Okay, so he's very dead next turn after Bloodlust. He's spending some life to draw a card. That's actually the correct play. If you're desperate, you might as well draw. See what you get. The gates are closed. He's going to pop Divine Shield, so I guess he doesn't have any Siphon Soul. Boulderfist Ogre is not going to save him. Alright, he's dead. That's great. So, one mistake that some people make is they hold on to Bloodlust and only use it as a kill card. You should definitely use it if it's good in other scenarios, but in that case it was just a kill card. Man, my opponent was, Mr. Smithbrook was fast. He was fast on that concede. It was like Billy the Kid, fastest conceder in the West. You know, I play Bloodlust, he's like, concede. Anyway, that was a good start to the arena. So if you're enjoying the arena, please come back. The rest of the games are going to be posted shortly. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and or subscribe. I'll see you again in just a moment.